welcome. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, Presidency cautions politicians against unsavory remarks. President-elect General Muhammadu Buhari says his party is building a culture of efficiency that will help promote national growth. Inspector General of Police says 124 electoral violence cases are before the command, also preaches peace ahead of the governorship election. Kenyans defy Al-Shabaab in march across Garissa following last week's attack.
And in business news tonight, Naira begins the week gloomy as interbank market closed flat, shedding 3% at the parallel market.
And on sports news tonight, Confederation of African Football to name the host of the 2017 African Cup of Nations finals on Wednesday.
The presidency has asked Nigerians to disregard any attempt by political leaders to coerce them into voting for candidates other than those of their choice. The president's spokesperson, Dr. Ruben Abati, told journalists at the presidential villa today that the government is worried about reports of hate speeches and efforts made by other political parties to undermine what he called the good record of the ruling parties.
President Jonathan warns against negative triumphalism. As the nation prepares for Saturday's governorship and state assembly elections, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan calls on all Nigerians to remain peaceful, united, and law-abiding. The President condemns the very unseemly attempt by some politicians, groups, and individuals to intimidate others, heat up the polity, and cause disorder and public disaffection in the aftermath of the presidential and National Assembly elections. President Jonathan is especially concerned about the negative triumphalism that has been put on display by certain elements since March 31, which flies in the face of his personal commitment to post-election peace, unity, and national stability. The President calls on all those who, through their actions and utterances, have been promoting divisiveness, sectionalism, and ethnic hatred in the country, following the outcome of the March 28 elections, to cease and desist from such actions which detract from the true spirit and culture of democracy envisioned by patriotic men and women of goodwill in Nigeria. President Jonathan also condemns the undue harassment of public officials serving under his administration and urges all affected persons to continue to perform their lawful duties without fear. The President cautions that this should be a time for the healing of political wounds in the overriding interests of national unity, stability, and progress, not a time for ethnic jingoism and the settling of scores.
Presidential spokesperson Dr. Ruben Abati. The All Progressives Congress has asked Igbos residents in Lagos to ignore what it calls the unfortunate statement credited to the Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty Oba Akiolu, on voting for his preferred candidate. A statement signed by the Publicity Secretary of the APC in Lagos, Mr. Joe Igbokwe, apologized to the Igbos, urging them to, quote, bury the hatchet in the interest of peace and harmony, considering the long-standing relationship that has existed between Igbos and Yorubas since the inception of Nigeria. He called the Oba's unsavory remarks a mistake, adding that no human being is above mistakes. The Oba had on Sunday, at a meeting with Igbo leaders, threatened them to vote for his preferred candidate, otherwise be prepared to perish in the lagoon. And ahead of the governorship elections at the weekend, the People's Democratic Party has raised concern over alleged intimidation of its supporters in Lagos and in Ekiti states. The PDP National Publicity Secretary, Olisa Metu, told a news conference in Abuja that PDP members are being harassed and threatened in the two states. Mr. Metu accused the All Progressives Congress of trying to force a one-party system.
foretaste of the destabilizing mission of the APC is clearly evident in the avoidable political tension being created in Ekiti and Lagos State, where APC is desperate to truncate the will of the people. The flimsy reasons being touted by the outgoing lawmakers in Ekiti, who have since lost their electoral value, is part of the APC agenda to seize power in the state through the back door. Also, last weekend's unfortunate outburst and death threats by the Oba of Lagos, Oba Akiolu, is supposedly a political royal father against non-indigens. Should they vote for the PDP candidates is clearly part of the plot by the APC to use all means within its reach to intimidate and cow Nigerians.
The PDP National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Olisa Metu. Now, the President-elect, General Muhammadu Buhari, has made his first outing to the southeast since he was announced winner of the 2015 presidential election. General Buhari was in the Imo State capital, Owerri, for a town hall meeting in his honor. He, however, used the occasion to encourage the people to vote in the APC governorship candidate to enable them enjoy what he called the culture of efficiency that would help grow the national economy. The state governor, Rochas Okorocha, apart from extolling the virtues of the party, also welcomed in new members.
It's a victory rally of sorts. You may also call it a campaign rally for those who are gathered here to witness another town hall meeting as Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha welcomed President-elect General Muhammadu Buhari, who is making his first official visit to Imo State since he was declared winner of the recent presidential election. National Chairman of the APC, John Oyegun, thanked the people of Imo for their show of support for General Buhari and promised the Igbo nation a better deal.
Imo State is an APC state. And by your grace, it will remain an APC state. Please go out and take that message throughout the nooks, crannies, and corners of Imo State. No, not just Imo State, beyond Imo State. My loved people, my wife is Igbo, must take their proper place in the scheme of things in this nation.
Host of the event, Governor Okorocha, praised Nigerians over the outcome of the presidential poll and urged General Buhari to lead Nigeria in the right direction.
For one thing, I'm sure that when you are sent this throne by 29th of May, corruption will be a thing of the past. I am 100% sure, and I can hit my chest on it, that when you finally take over seat of power, that the insurgents and insecurity in the north will stop.
The man of the moment, General Buhari, mounted the podium, obviously elated. He told the gathering that the objective of the APC is to secure Nigeria and grow its economy.
To endorse this by choosing his members of the House of Assembly so that he can confidently lead you into the new political culture we are developing in this country, a culture of efficiency, because our objective was to secure Nigeria and efficiently manage it. We have made so much sacrifice. Already it has started paying.
Certainly, there will be a special interest in Imo State for the APC as it hopes its governorship candidate, Governor Okorocha, returns again. A victory the APC party believes will be made even sweeter for the southeast geopolitical zone. Ayotunde Balogun, Channels Television News.
Staying with Electoral Matters, over 124 electoral violence cases are currently before the men of the Nigeria Police Force. Addressing commissioners of police across the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT ahead of the governorship elections this weekend, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Sulaiman Abba, said some of the perpetrators have been charged to court. The police boss also said that arrests have been made on the violence that occurred before and during the presidential election in Rivers State.
So far, we have 124 incidents that were investigated, and quite a number of them have been charged to court already. While others, the prosecution, like I said, will require INEC's involvement. They will be prosecuted accordingly. So we will continue to effect arrests, but the most important thing really, we focus mainly in preventing the commission of a crime, whether general crime or crimes relating to electoral offenses. We are more concerned with preventing them, but where they do occur, we arrest the culprits and then go on with the investigations, making recoveries where necessary, and then prosecuting them accordingly.
In part two after the break, Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Al-Makura is joined by some senior politicians to woo voters for the governorship election. That's in a moment. Please join us again.